Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claim...
Great state of Texas should take a stand by banning Kellogg.
People are having a hard time. Me too.
Yeah.
I work for a living.
Welcome back to another episode of Mixed Realities on MRTV. This week, my birthday's coming up. It's tomorrow of the time we're recording this. We went to Atlanta for a night to meet your friends, and which they're kind of my friends now at this point.
Yeah. I think they like you.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, we haven't been back there I haven't been back in 3 years. You were there the other week for Leon Bridges, which
before.
we talked about already. But besides that, going back to a place you haven't been in a while, it's kind of nice. It's nice, refreshing.
It is, yeah.
Especially a place that you lived there your whole life. I lived there for 3 years. So
yeah.
It's kind of nice.
It's crazy. We haven't been back for 3 years.
Yeah.
It was nice. I definitely don't miss it, though.
I miss it at times just because of
I do miss the food.
I just miss the accessibility to just
do whatever.
Coffee. We have coffee shops here, but we have one bar that stays open
and
past
just
12.
like how there's so many things going on all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then it's just a completely different atmosphere than living in the woods. I wouldn't say I want to move back there anytime soon. But
I did miss it a lot. I'm probably going to go in December. So that's fun. The next time we shoot a podcast, Weston will be 29.
Yeah, the 29. It's a weird age. It's like, I just want to be 30 already.
29 is kind of lame.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I feel like I've been waiting to be 30 and wanting to be 30 since I left college, to be honest.
No, I can't wait to be 30. I love the age 30.
Because I feel like I've always had a 30-year-old mindset, in the sense like I'm really serious about my career. I've been like that for a while, but I've also liked to have fun every once in a while. But normally I feel like when you think about your 20s, you think about fun, which I just feel like I've been doing a 30-year-old lifestyle since.
Oh, I do just am judging the age and how it sounds. Hey, I'm Lexi, I'm 30. That sounds so cute.
And I feel like, once you're in your 30s, you get a little more respect from people, older people, especially in sales. Like when I remember, still to this day, like when people ask me for my age and when you're in the 20s.
No, like when you're not an adult yet. Because even when I went to go meet the people we're boarding Odin with. Yeah. And they asked me my age, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just 26." I even downplayed it. I'm like, "Oh, I'm just 26."
Yeah, exactly.
And Weston's almost 30.
Yeah. So it's like, but when you're talking to older people, as soon as you say you're in your 20s,
they're just
like, so young.
You're just a baby.
Yeah.
Which but no, yeah.
Maybe we'll get more subscribers when I'm in my 30s too, because they'll think we're more serious.
Right.
Yeah, but
and I'll be 27.
But the thing is, I heard people I've read and heard from other people, it's like you want to keep your young mind, your young soul, and have fun. That's how you kind of live. I
hope you're not worried about that whatsoever.
No,
you don't have to.
I'm just. You seem like you're a little more serious than me at times.
What?
You always tell me I'm never serious.
And then I let you do whatever you want. So, but you are. You're less serious. I don't even know how to describe that. You're more jokeful than serious.
Yeah, I joke around a lot. I feel like...
As much as I've met any person in the freaking world, you are definitely the most jokester that I've ever met. And yes,
I'll
sometimes
take that as a compliment.
you should. It keeps things light until I don't want to deal with it. And then it's funny.
This week, I don't think we have too much politics stuff to talk about, but we have a bunch of viral videos that we want to react to, because there's been a lot of weird videos on the internet.
Random things.
That I don't even know how to react to. So we're going to try to react to them.
Yeah, I have no idea. Let's get it started.
All right, for the first video... What is she on the run for?
It doesn't look like... She looks like she's going to the store. That's how she pulled up.
Yeah, but was she all sweaty? Like she would... What did she think was going to happen?
And I've been trying to figure out where she's going. Like, where is it? What is that? Is it like a hair salon?
Yeah.
It looks like a hair salon. No, it's so funny because out of no context and seeing somebody spew a freaking beer out of the sunroof is so funny to me. She also looks like a mom.
All right, let's look at the comments for a second. I bet there's something about, like, she's being, like, let's go places. Am I right? Okay. She resisted arrest and lived. Must be nice.
Yeah, no. Also, the comments.
Let's not go in the comments.
Yeah, don't go to the comments. The comments are pretty horrible.
All right, this one is political, it looks like. Oh, I've seen this one.
And our great state of Texas should take a stand by banning Kellogg and other anti-American companies from our public institutions like schools and the military. Earlier this year, I filed a shareholder activist letter against Kellogg for selling a less safe, inferior version of their cereals to American families. Very few Americans know that Kellogg sells a safer version of their cereals without artificial food dyes or carcinogenic preservatives in other countries. They use more chemicals in the U.S. version because it is more profitable and because we allow them to. We have collected over 450,000 U.S. signatures for what is now the largest food petition in U.S. history, asking Kellogg to serve Americans the safest and best version of products that they already make. Kellogg declined to meet with us and effectively told us that American children prefer the brighter colors, and they will continue selling the more toxic version as long as it is, quote, compliant with applicable relevant laws, which is why I'm here today.
I'm so glad he's here.
We need your help to stop this madness. After reviewing the conclusive evidence, 6 weeks ago, California was the first state to pass a bill banning all foods containing any of 6 artificial food dyes from public schools, including Fruit Loops. As an easy first step to improve our health, I believe Texas should follow suit. I am optimistic for the first time in 20 years, and I believe that Texas can be a thought leader in removing harmful ingredients from our foods. We can reverse this great American poisoning, and I believe we already have a playbook on how to do it.
I am so excited. What's that man's name? I have no idea.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
But I think finally...
Well, that's why that's why I'm so happy RFK was appointed. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's been advocating. And honestly, I'll play a video right now of RFK. I'll edit in the video of RFK talking about this very same thing.
This is what most Americans innocently put into their bodies these days, and most alarmingly, into the bodies of their children. And it's no coincidence that Americans die earlier than Canadians or Germans or Italians or Japanese or Koreans or Australians or most any other comparable country. And it wasn't always that way. Until the early 1990s, our life expectancy was the same or better than other developed countries. Then suddenly, more and more Americans began suffering from chronic diseases, from obesity, cancer, diabetes, kidney disease, Alzheimer's, heart disease, and all kinds of autoimmune diseases. Our maternal mortality rate soared to the highest of any developed country on Earth. Same with infant mortality. Like the frog in the slowly boiling water, we didn't really notice as we got sicker and sicker. We've grown now to accept chronic disease conditions as normal. But now, in 2024, we're finally waking up to this cataclysm, and we're asking ourselves, how in the world did this happen? Well, a big part of it is our diet. Restaurants that serve contaminated food are fined or shut down. But when it's the government that approves the poisons in our food, a few people get very, very rich, and the toxins end up in every supermarket aisle. Let me show you what I mean. Doritos, Cheez-Its, Cap'n Crunch, gummy bears. Everyone knows that these are junk foods, so maybe you wouldn't be too surprised to see that the ingredients include a lot of poisons, including a harmful yellow dye called tetrazine, or yellow dye number 5. What you may not know is that this dye was originally made out of the sludge that's left over when you turn coal into coke for blast furnaces. It's called coal tar, and I've actually sued many big industries for legacy contamination of coal tar all around the country because it's so toxic and it's so harmful to the environment and human beings. A century ago, it was just an obnoxious industrial byproduct that everybody was trying to figure out ways to get rid of. One of the ways that they did that was by paving roads. But then a British chemist figured out that the coal tar could be used to derive fabric dye. And if fabric dye, why not food? Food manufacturers began using it to cover up the discoloration of low-quality foods that they wanted to pass off on unsuspecting customers. They didn't know back then that this yellow dye, tartrazine, causes tumors, asthma, developmental delays, neurological damage, ADD, ADHD, hormone disruption, gene damage, anxiety, depression, intestinal injuries. Well, we know it now. We've known this for decades. That's why tartrazine is heavily restricted in other countries. In some countries, foods with tartrazine have a warning label that it may cause ADHD in children. Today, it's made from petroleum, not coal tar. Either way, it's crazy to add this to your kids' favorite foods. It doesn't even change the flavor. This yellow dye isn't just in junk food. It's in the foods that we consider healthy. It's in everyday kids' snacks like popcorn, mac and cheese, fruit snacks. It's in sports drinks like Gatorade and so-called vitamin water. It's even added to chicken broth, to corn, to pickles, to mustard, and to yogurt. And so, of course, our kids get sick. And we lovingly feed them chewable vitamins which have, surprise, tartrazine. And so the cycle continues until the coughs and asthma kick in, at which point you go to pick up some cough syrup. And yeah, you guessed it, tartrazine. I've been picking on tartrazine today, but that's just one of at least 100 chemical poisons that our health agencies allow into our children's food. I can make a video just like this to talk about Red 40, BHA, BHD, potassium bromate, chemical after chemical, and on and on and on. If just one of them can cause all of these problems, imagine what they're doing in combination. That has never been studied. If we took all of these chemicals out, our nation would get healthier immediately. We'd have fewer sick days. We'd have better focus. We'd have less anxiety. Our kids would learn more easily. We'd lose weight. We'd have more energy. We'd have fewer tumors and longer lives. It's not all dark. Over the past 16 years, the government has banned 8 chemical additives that cause cancer, genetic damage, asthma, and many of the other health conditions, as tartrazine does. And you know what's interesting? All 8 of those crucial steps forward in our kids' health were taken under President Trump. But the Democrats, who claim to be all about health care, have stood by watching other countries ban these poisons and make our kids sick, asthmatic, hyperactive, and depressed. They left them on every supermarket shelf in America. They even used your tax money to put them in your kids' school lunch. So their big food and their big ag donors probably gave them all that golden handshake and the big money hug. And their big pharma donors probably called them up and thanked them also, because now they're going to make billions selling Adderall, Prozac, and rescue inhalers. Enough is enough. President Trump and I are going to stop the mass poisoning of American children. Together, we're going to make America healthy again.
And we're back. You haven't seen that video, but it's literally him going, having a table with food in front of him, going over each food and how the ingredients are bad. And people, I hate when people now are bashing the Republicans for putting someone like RFK. They say he's unqualified, but then because he's not a doctor.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, okay, so we've been like. You're complaining about him not being a doctor, but yet we've been putting doctors in these positions for forever, and then we've got to this position. I mean, so it's like we cannot complain.
It's so BS for them to be like, the kids like the colors. Give me a break. Are you joking? But it's funny because I could literally talk for minutes to hours about how annoying the food industry is. But like, I was talking to my coworker about this the other day, and she was talking about how her like little cousin or her family member or something is fat, and like she was afraid to tell the school counselor that she's getting bullied and all that stuff. But then for some reason my head went to the Pacer test of how like effed up school food was. For some reason, my head went to.
Wait, why did your pacer test?
Okay, because my head went to the pacer test because I remember doing the pacer test and nothing would happen when people wouldn't pass it. So you took it every single year when you're in grade school, and you run and you try to do a mile and you try to hit the limit. For people that fail, nothing happened to them. It was not any positive.
It wasn't a fail pass. It was more like you were supposed to like do it in the beginning of the year and then get better at the end.
Yeah, but like nobody cared or nobody paid attention. And I feel like so many people and so many kids that I went to school with were obese or became obese, and then I get a year out of college or a year out of high school and they're asking me how I should eat once I started getting into fitness, and they're like, I'm asking them what they eat and it's a bunch of junk and a bunch of crap. There's like no like outline in school that like tells kids that they care about what we put in their bodies. Like there's nothing.
Is, but it's that one that pyramid that's like
that's a bunch of crap.
Remember at the bottom it's like Whole Foods at the bottom. It's
banana,
like,
apple.
No, the bottom is like, remember whole grains. It's like bread and stuff like that. It's like you're supposed to be eating at the most.
No, but I saw that and I was like, thank God, because like the amount of sugar in those foods is so bizarre. I remember, like, I don't even remember the last time I had cereal. And kids eat it every single day. And it's literally the only kids that can afford a parent to pack their lunches and make them food that don't eat this way.
This is the food pyramid we grew up with. Look, bread is the number one.
Oh my God. Is that corn?
Corn, bread. That's what they tell you to eat the most of, bread.
Like, oh my gosh.
And then meat's up here. Vegetables, of course. Okay, I get it. Vegetables and fruit, I get it right there. But it should be like...
the bread's at the bottom.
The bread should not be at the bottom.
And corn?
It should be like meat and vegetables and fruit all at the bottom. And then everything else...
Wait, what's the top? Is that a bagel?
It's like fat, oils, sweets.
Like, what?
And they put fat and oils up there. Like, olive oil should not be up there. Like, pure olive oil is actually healthy for you.
But then you like feed kids a bunch of sugar and a bunch of crap in school, and you wonder why they have all these behavioral issues.
Dry bean. This is why. This is from 2005. So this is the most corrupt BS.
No, I am.
And if you're the person at home that's saying like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm bringing it back to RFK, but because I've been seeing people say he's unqualified, I'm like. I've
been waiting for this for forever.
Yeah, we've had supposedly qualified people in this position for our whole lives, and we keep getting more and more unhealthy. Yeah. So maybe it's time to look outside of it. And then if I actually put up right here, so I don't have to go in too much depth of it, but one of RFK's biggest lawsuit was he won a lawsuit against a company for $280 million for his client because they were poisoning a groundskeeper who is doing Roundup.
Yeah.
They didn't tell him it was Roundup, and he got cancer, and he died of cancer. But before he died, RFK won him a lawsuit for $280 million because they lied to him about putting Roundup on.
I'm just like, I am excited for so far the way things are going because. Oh my gosh, like in some of the comments, most of them are for it and they're like, this is a people thing and not a political thing, even though it is. But like some people are just like dismissing the whole topic. I'm like, this is such a big topic. And maybe because I don't have kids yet and I'm still young and I don't have the mindset of eating sugar all the freaking time. But like that is so freaking ridiculous. And it's so ridiculous.
I get it because it's hard to buy not like kind of more like healthier things because like the healthier cereals are more expensive than like Fruit Loops. Even if you get the store brand ones, it's still, an extra $2-3.
And the fact other countries get it and we don't.
Yeah,
but we are literally just obese. But like, America's just obese.
But this is the argument. This is the argument.
What the fuck?
It's like people were like, "Oh, it's going to increase the prices." They're already making it for other countries. Why can't they just switch us over to that?
No, like what?
It's like
we probably eat more than they do. If you're thinking about it, like we probably, because it's so sugary and we always want it, we probably eat more than they do. They literally buy one get one free at the grocery store. Who like? If I see in your cupboard and you don't have like, oh my god.
So I have had friends. You've had friends who like have food stamps and stuff like that. This food they allow you to buy with the food stamps is like the cheap shitty stuff.
Yeah.
It's like at least all my friends that were on it, and like like I don't want to say
sometimes it goes
their families' names,
but sometimes it's as wide as a grocery store though. Like sometimes they don't. It's not just like the brand. Sometimes it's like my mom had it. Sometimes it was like the grocery stores. The grocery stores you can shop at. That's like the same thing when COVID happened. It makes me so mad when COVID happened.
When I would go to my friend's house and his mom would come home from the grocery store and from buying with food stamps and stuff like that, like literally it was just a bunch of fucking. Like a bunch of sugar stuff.
But granted, that stuff is cheaper. So if you're buying on food stamps,
yeah, that's true.
You don't want to go pick up a fucking $6 thing when you can get a $2 thing. Especially when you don't have money in the first place. You can get 3 of those instead of 2 of those. But that's why I literally stopped eating. I'm not saying my mom had the worst diet, but that's why I stopped eating when my mom was cooking. But like even
were you ever on food stamps?
Me by myself?
Not by yourself. You like growing up.
Probably for a year, and then they said my mom made too much, which is a lie. They tell you that to get on food stamps is like probably you got to be making dirt. Like you can't make $10,000
or like
you can't make anything.
Maybe you should put the. I'll look it up in post and put it right here. That way, people who might need it actually can look it up. But that's why I'm all for like, if you make under, let's say like $50,000 a year, I feel like you should be getting some type of subsidy for like food.
They told me I couldn't get on when I was
2
years out of college. I made too much money. I'm like, what?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's like if you make only 12, but I don't want to put the exact numbers out there, but because at this point it already popped up on the screen.
But that is why I was so. That's why COVID rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, obviously a bunch of things with COVID, but like going to the grocery stores when COVID started scared the crap out of me. I felt like I was living in a freaking movie or something. And then you get to the stores and everyone's being rude and they have all these big carts filled with junk. I'm like, what is that gonna do? What the heck is that gonna do? No, I'm kidding.
It's hard to adjust your mic.
Yeah. Whoops.
No, it's fine. Yeah, because I'm looking at it. Look how light you were. But the next subject's a very sad one, actually.
It's pretty sad.
No, I'm joking. Georgia mother Brittany Patterson was arrested in Fannin County and charged with reckless conduct after she let her 10-year-old son walk less than a mile to the store. I don't know if this is her actual picture, but he looks pretty happy. And I remember as a kid growing up, I would ride my bike miles away from my mom.
So there's a couple things I want to go over with this. The first thing is, I feel so bad for her family because they came in and arrested her apparently in front of all her kids and put her in handcuffs.
Oh, that's fucked up.
In her house in front of all her kids. And then apparently the grandparents were close by or at the house or something of the sort. But then I have talked about this story since I've seen it with so many adults over like 50-year-olds that are like, man, this is the craziest thing.
Oh, should I read the caption? It says, on October 30th, 2024, while Patterson was taking another child to a doctor's appointment, Soren decided to walk into Mineral Bluff on his own. A concerned passerby noticed Soren walking alone and called authorities, leading to his pickup. So she left him at home by himself at 10? So she was at the doctor's. So I guess, at what age do you let your kids at home by yourself?
Patterson wasn't initially aware of Susan's whereabouts, assuming he was playing in the woods or his grandparents.
Okay, so...
Okay, first of all, I grew up with a single mom. I was home alone with my siblings, or even without them. I think I was coming home alone in elementary school or middle school. I was home alone. But the crazy thing is, like, being young and playing all the manhunt... with your friends in dark outside in the neighborhoods, bizarre.
Well, what age do you think is appropriate for a parent to leave their child at home by themselves?
I think it depends.
How mature they are?
How mature they are. I think it easily depends. That guy looks like he has good grades, plays on a sports team, and wanted to go get some chips or some shit.
I also think that kid looks like a troublemaker.
He could be. But you know what? Me and my brother used to... No, it was funny because everyone kept saying, if my mom got caught, she'd be doing 50 years to life, because it's so true. Me and my brother used to ride our bikes. They were saying, because she got... she's getting fined or something, but they were saying if my mom got caught for us leaving the house, it'd be 50 years to life.
My mama looking at 25 to life if they arresting parents for that.
Me and my brother used to ride our bikes, And hello, Mom. I don't know if you've ever known this. We used to
Everyone's
ride our
supporting
bikes.
her in the comments. Good for us.
No, yeah. We used to ride our bikes probably 10 miles to the mall.
Yeah.
Like trucking to the mall to do nothing. And then turn around and come back. Ride our bikes to the Quick Trip. Ride our bikes to other neighborhoods. We were so young.
I would understand if he was like causing mischief, like throwing eggs
Or
at
doing
cars or
something.
throwing rocks at cars, ding dong dishing. Then I would understand it. But if he was literally just walking on the side of the street by himself,
But it could be also the neighborhood they're in and the entitled people of.
Do you know this
just
area
like
in
saying,
Georgia? Is this Georgia?
Yeah.
Where in Georgia is it?
It's in Fannin County.
I mean, I don't know where that is though.
But
Oh yeah, it says
then
Georgia
you won't
Mother.
know. So the
Is that a nice area?
yeah, it's a nicer area, but like, I just feel like anything could be a nice area, but for I lost my train of thought because you kept asking questions.
But she looks like she looks like one of those moms that could be mean.
Oh no, I'm just saying
I'm sorry,
It's crazy
Miss
that people will walk
Brittany
by.
Patterson.
It depends on how short he is too, and how skinny he is. I would assume because imagine if he was like a tall 10-year-old, people aren't gonna stop and be like, "Where you going, dude?" If he's like normal average height, somebody stopped, concerned, and wanted something to be done about it.
When I
Or
was
it's her
10, I
ex,
was
I'm
more
just
than a
kidding.
mile away on a bike.
Yeah, that would hit me. That
Yeah.
one is. She did not
'Cause
deserve that.
No.
That is crazy that they came in her house and put her in handcuffs in front of her kids. Are you joking? Oh, and he's 10. You care about how young he is out in the streets, and now he's gonna remember his mom being handcuffed in his living room,
Which is even worse.
for the rest of his life. It's horrible.
All right, next one. I saw this one.
I didn't get it.
He says no homo.
Oh, that was. Oh yeah. Okay, I was hoping it wasn't the.
You said that last play when he took the shot? Yeah, we loaded up. No, Mo, that's what
$100,000 is
Steep.
a pretty steep payment. I don't know his contract, but it's probably a few $50-60 million a year. That's probably nothing for him. That's probably like a $20 fine for him. But seems a little steep for saying no homo. I think people are getting a little soft.
I would say the P word for that.
Pussy?
Pussies. No, I mean,
Wait,
give me a
you-
break. These people are absurd. He
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
fined $100K for
I
saying.
mean, to be honest, you should not be
You should
saying that.
not be saying
You should
that.
not be saying that on like ESPN.
And I
stuff
feel like
that.
it was literally just to prove a point and be like, we did not mean for this to happen. But it's like after a game, you probably know he was hyped up, and that's probably how he talks. There's so many people that talk that
I think
way.
he's like 22.
Yeah, there's no homo. Oh my god. Ooh. And did people actually get mad about that? I don't know.
Okay, let's go to the comment section real quick. On this one.
Like, I understand. I think it's a reach.
Someone help me understand what was said. Was it derogatory comment shown in this clip? Okay, yeah, and everyone's... Did they find the lady for saying the N-word? Wait, what the fuck? What did he say wrong? I didn't hear anything. He should have sent... He should have went harder for 100K.
If you're taking me down, take me down.
Yeah, I don't think he knew.
Why would he say... Should have went harder.
All right, this one, Cheryl. Inside Trumpius County...
That's a word.
Miss Barbara, I promise you this is not a trick question. Where are you at? Gosh. All right, I have the CNN reporters here, and they want to talk to a Democrat. I'm serious as a heart attack. Who's here in town that would talk to them?
We got a hunting Democrat.
That's sad when you have to hunt a Democrat.
It's hard to find an open Democrat in Brantley County, Georgia, where Trump won more than 90% of votes in 2020. Of all the counties and all the 2024 swing states, it's the most pro-Trump. And we wanted to know why.
We vote 92% Republican, not because anything wrong with Ham does. Okay, let's get that on board. This ain't about me.
Percentage-wise, I mean, 90%, there could be like 200 people that live there.
And when there's too much month at the end
Somebody
of the month,
commented.
people vote with their wallet.
Something
At
really
one point
bad.
in time, the
You
Democratic
don't
Party
care
was for the
about
working man, and the Republican Party was for all the elites. And somewhere that got switched around.
This is some of that stuff. Everybody here calls him President Trump. As far as the people in
My
around
favorite
here,
part about-
he's still the president.
Democrats didn't used to be rare here. Almost everyone we spoke to said their grandfather had been one. But those days are gone.
Numbers do not lie. Watching people 5 and 6 years ago, they had successful businesses. They were thriving. They were doing well.
We have a Trump store here.
Every time somebody comes,
that's why I put it in there too.
It honestly hurts.
Hendrix got a heat press to make custom T-shirts. And it turned out that one kind of design really helps pay the bills.
I've learned how to put it on my computer and kind of change things.
So we live in a place exactly like this.
Not exactly. Let me go find a Democrat.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
that is good. But that is good.
I feel like these types of areas are very misunderstood from the rest of the country.
For sure.
Because before moving here, I had the perception that a lot of people, I mean, so did you probably, that in hearing people that come and visit, you hear what their perception of what a place like this is, and then after living here for almost a year and a half, it's not. It's honestly the nicest place you could go.
It's literally the nicest place ever. No, it's so funny because people that are rude or mean, and I'm like, where did you come from?
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
Yeah,
like people that are
only people that are not nice.
Who are you
in this area? Is people that are visiting and that assume this area is a bunch of like country racist people.
Yeah, they just like it's so bizarre, and it makes me so mad. Even like people that I've talked to that know about our neighborhood be like, watch out out there, and I'm like, who the hell are you, dude?
Sorry.
That one guy made me so mad, and then I realized he lived here. I was like, you have a nerve. You got some nerve, dude.
This is the thing. It was probably like that. The people who are 80, who are like 70 plus, it was probably like that when they were here,
for sure.
our age.
I mean, we literally had rallies.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, people don't realize how much two generations can change so drastically, where it's like, honestly, it's, I want to keep, like, we want to have a farm now and move to other places like this.
Yeah. I mean, everything's just so personable.
You see the same people all the time. People know you by your first name. They actually care about your life. Like, they care about you.
No, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's so weird.
And then it's like when you go to frickin' the city, that's where the main people are.
I know. So I just like,
but then yet they're the ones that think they're the nice. They think they're so nice.
Oh my God, I know. It's like, and then like sometimes like
it's
when
like you're
people
being mean.
And sometimes when people will see me, because I'm black, we know this, and I live.
Wait, what? You're black?
Yeah. Did you not know? But sometimes people.
Have you seen that Dr. Phil clip?
But I have a confession to make. I'm black.
You're what? John, how come you didn't tell me you were black?
Yes. Sometimes people will see me and will be like, will judge me or ask me just like backhanded questions. Oh, why you live here? You ain't experienced nothing bad.
You're talking about people that are visiting.
People that are visiting.
Yeah.
And it's mostly people from Atlanta, or it's mostly, and some people are actually genuinely curious because they want to purchase out here because they realize how nice everyone is. But some people are just like, they know in their mind, and they're asking me a question that they already have the answer to, or giving me advice. And I'm like, I live here.
Yeah.
You do not live here. I work here. I live here. I go out here. Like, you do not live here. Don't you come in here talking about your crap and like dishing out things you want to believe in or used to believe in. Like, give me a break. It makes me so mad sometimes. I'm like, no, everyone's nice to me. Believe it or not. Like, of all ages, first of all, that's another thing. Of all ages, everyone's nice to you. It rubs me the wrong way, but I do get it. Because, I mean, if you're looking up LJ, it's definitely going to... You keep scrolling, you're definitely going to see crap that used to happen here all the time. But times have changed.
And then there's things... Like, we did a video a while back where it was, like, as recently as 2017, there was they tried to bring it back.
Yeah.
But then they got ran out of town, and then it hasn't been the same since.
Well, did you see when you went to go vote, there's no rallies at a certain square footage around the courthouse?
But I feel like a lot of those people either... live so isolated you never see them, or it's like they're dying, like literally dying out.
No, so the ones that they're either dying out or isolated, like you said, because the ones that are acceptable and like accept you and love people are the ones that are trying to experience a new town and how LJ's growing and what's going on in the nightlife and the day life. People are out there getting to know people, not the people who are just sitting at home thinking it's how it used to be, hating on the police officers for no reason. Just blows my mind. Blows my mind.
I didn't. Oh, this We're not watching this whole video, but this video was the most.
Shout out to Chinese artists.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, watching this video, I did not understand, and I'll have this video playing while we keep talking about it because it's long, and like when I watched it, did I skip through it? I can't skip it when you're on the computer.
Oh yeah.
When I was starting it, I was like, where the hell is this going? Because I'm like, these are bones. Then he's washing them, and then he's already on the washing part, and then he's sanding them down, and
so I knew what Chinese inlay was, but I did not know that it came from bones, and they did this process was what, years and years. This is years.
Yeah,
because they bury it until they get to a certain texture.
Yeah, exactly, and then I guess he does a good job at bringing it down to 4 minutes.
But it also made me think. Do you see the hashtags?
I mean, I don't even know it. You started clicking on them?
It literally is hashtag China, hashtag production. It's so funny to me. Because I feel like they have just like, this is like ancient way to make timeless furniture. And I don't think, I mean, I am new to the furniture game, but I do not think that anything in America beats this.
Yo, wait, wait
That's
a second.
bizarre.
There's 5. Oh, there's your. Oh my God, you watched all these? Look.
I watched the full 15-minute one, and I have
that's what I think I watched. I guess they broke it up. Holy crap.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
they're
man.
amazing.
Look at their setup. Look.
Living life, bro. Look at that. Just production. Got the lights. Look, eating it up.
Make it seem like they're in an isolated place in the mountains.
No,
they have a
bro.
whole camera crew out there following this guy.
Eating it up. That's another thing that I was just like, hell yeah.
Look at his setup.
Hell yeah.
He's editing videos, making it seem like he lives in a small little town, but he has a full camera setup.
Oh yeah. Probably making bank too.
Oh yeah, I mean, what was it? One of the things was like $5 grand,
20
$10
grand,
20, yeah,
100 grand.
Man.
But look up Chinese inlay because they are impressive.
I already know what they look like, but let me see. Chinese what?
Inlay tables. INLAY, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know how to spell. Let's see if it corrects me. It's hard to type with this right here.
Inlay. INLAY. It's one word. Boom.
Huh.
I mean, insane. They're like true antiques. I mean, the craftsmanship's just like bizarre. It's bizarre. That's crazy.
This one's $4 grand, or $4 now.
But also, it's like, who taught them this technique and who made up this technique? How far back do these go?
Thousands and thousands.
Like thousands, because they're made with bones, for God's sake. Yeah, I really liked seeing those.
Yeah, I remember watching it for the first time, and I was like halfway through. I'm like, "Wait, how long is this video?" And I look, I'm like, I had 3 minutes left. I was like,
and
what
I
the
kept
hell?
going.
No, I just skipped to the end. All right, the next subject. This is not a video, but man who spends $6.2 million on banana duct tape to the wall says he's going to eat it.
Whoa. Wait, I didn't see the part that he's gonna eat it.
This is MSNBC, which they...
Oh, I was like, what?
This is NBC.
Says he's gonna eat it.
Grocery inflation just hit its peak after a single banana was sold for $6.2 million Wednesday.
No, like that picture has been around for a while though, right? And I can't believe.
Is this the same guy that went to?
I'm not gonna lie, I do believe somebody bought it for that much. Especially if you have the money.
And he's just gonna eat it. And this is literally the epitome of what people think it's like. There's so many. We are lowering our standards of art nowadays that this is considered art.
It's very sad, but
it's pretty And this is the mentality of everyone gets a medal type of thing. But that is ridiculous. I'm glad gonna eat it, and I hope, honestly, I'm glad he's eating it. That's the artist is probably like, oh, no.
Yeah, don't eat the banana. Like, is it dipped in some kind of crap to make it last longer, or is it supposed to be browning already?
I don't know. What a waste of money. But
Oh,
what
I
you buy
know.
when you buy Kentland's Comedian is not the banana itself, but a certificate of authenticity that grants the owner permission and authority to reproduce this banana and duct tape it on their wall.
Oh my God, give me a break. Please. Please.
This is not just an artwork. It represents a cultural phenomenon that bridges the worlds of art, memes, and the cryptocurrency community.
We are absolutely insane. Everyone, we're all insane. Just going with the punches. A banana.
Oh my God.
A banana. I bet you that banana is like looking at all the other bananas in the store like, what the hell is up? I'm worth 6.2. What are you, 99 cents per pound, bro?
All right, the last topic of the day. Matt Gaetz withdraws from Attorney General consideration. Honestly, I felt like I saw this coming, but didn't see it coming at the same time because I didn't like him as a.
My first immediate response was,
I'm kind of happy.
I saw it coming, or obviously.
I feel like he was never a good pick. I don't like Matt Gaetz. I mean, I like him in the sense of, if you know him as a politician, I like politicians on the left and right that just stir the pot.
Yeah,
he stirs the pot a lot, but Attorney
personal
General,
life, like all his stuff that he did in the past, I mean, that's still relevant for some people that got brought up and people didn't even know about, and like that's what everyone's looking at and everyone's tuning into. I was like, and it kind of reminds me, oh, this is a bad guy.
Well,
even if he has changed.
Well, Biden's administration, Biden's DOJ, the Department of Justice, did a 3-year investigation on him and found nothing, or a little less than 3 years. And they found nothing, and then this was brought up in the House. So it wasn't even a criminal investigation.
Yeah.
But it just shows you kind of the politics of if you get dirt on you, someone wants you out, they can if they just start bringing up old stuff, even if it's proven not guilty. But did you see the video of The View when they were talking about it?
No.
I'll play
I don't like that show.
No, I hate that show too. They are so far left. I hate shows that are far right, far left.
I'm pretty sure that was the same show that was like, no, we need to censor our online and all this crap. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
They were talking about this, and they were talking as if he was convicted of those crimes. And then after they talked about it, I'll play the video, forced Sonny, one of the hosts, to read a legal statement saying Matt Gaetz denies all allegations.
Oh my gosh.
Let me show you.
Now that show, I would go close to saying that show absolutely sucks.
It's just meant to. It's
literally meant to be news years and years ago. They don't want to be censored because they know they're wrong and they just want to manipulate us. It's just a bunch of crap.
I hate how I can't turn down the volume.
Turn down?
Look.
Legal note. Thank you, Whoopi.
See how mad she is?
Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to
this is
ABC
right after
News
she was
that
just telling everyone that it was essentially
following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism.
She hates saying that.
The DOJ investigation was closed.
She was so
with no
mad. Like, you see that face?
She's like, yeah, I actually do have something to say.
Like she, like, see that lip? Like, she was pissed. She did not want to say that. But that's what you get when you say a lot of false stuff. You have to cover your trails by saying stuff like that. And I'm not saying he had those allegations, but you can't be saying they're like true and like talking about like they're just like they actually happened when he went to court. The criminal investigation happened. The FBI couldn't find anything, or the Department of Justice couldn't find anything, and then they dropped the charges. So, you know, people can say all that you want, but I mean, I don't like Matt Gaetz. If you put yourself in those type of situations already, you're already weird. And there are he does a lot of shady stuff, but like, That's why people don't watch this shit. Or this is why people hate this shit, you know?
Yeah, I did.
I really don't. I don't really know anyone who actually watches this and enjoys it.
No.
But
or even
I feel like they may have an older demographic. Maybe, I don't know.
Or like maybe they just watch it to watch those people, and then it just goes in one ear out the other. I've never seen somebody be like.
I loved Whoopi Goldberg growing up too.
Yeah, because I mean, like the people and the girls, and it's cool. It's probably on when the news comes on when you're going to work.
What's that
or something.
movie of her with
I have no idea.
When she's
any of them, any of the names.
Little Rascals, you know, Little Rascals.
Yeah. I'm thinking of one when she was like a magician or something.
No, when she was with that guy that was the ghost.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Was she a magician in that?
She did magic things.
I thought it was just a ghost. She was dealing with a ghost, so it seemed like she was doing magic things.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what the movie's called.
Neither. I can't remember, but I loved her in that movie.
Yeah, she's good.
I loved her in so many movies growing up, and then
I just don't know what they're called, but I know multiple movies.
You see how she lied about the bakery thing?
What?
Oh my god! So it was like either her mother's birthday or her birthday, or they're celebrating something, and then she got these special cupcakes at this bakery, and she's like, tries to make a big deal. She's like, this bakery, I'm not gonna say their name, but we got the cupcakes anyway, but they wouldn't serve me them because of my politics. The bakery then releases a statement saying, no, it was because our oven was down.
Oh my gosh.
Our boiler was down. It's a 70-year-old boiler. And they said it was down. And then they still gave her the cupcakes.
And I'm pretty sure they took a hit from her saying that. And they like asked.
No. They came out.
They posted about it or something.
Yeah. And then they instead of taking a hit, everyone came in to support them because.
Americans.
Because they were like, why would you? You're just making stuff up.
Yeah. It's so weird.
And then, man, I love Whoopi. I love Whoopi too. Like.
Or some cupcakes.
Let's play the video of her saying she's a working class person.
I appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too.
Yeah.
I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Like you have to be so disconnected if you're saying you're working class and you're worth like $60 million.
It's like, oh my! It's just like, ouch.
I like Whoopi Goldberg too.
I love Whoopi.
I love her.
For someone to be sitting down watching her say that, it's like, motherfucker, are you?
You have to be so disconnected.
For real? Are you are you serious? Working class? I was like, okay, that's cool. Love that.
Oh my god.
So what are we on the streets?
Yeah, what am I then? I'm homeless?
Yeah, like what the
I'm a hobo.
What am I categorized?
You're
like
I'm working. I get up every day, I go to work.
Every day.
Yeah, but you're making millions of dollars per year. But I like her movies, and I
do love Whoopi though.
I hate how I feel like older people like the Mike Tyson thing. Like, why are you fighting Jake Paul? Not in the back of my head.
Why are you just doing things? Relax. Go chill.
Granted, apparently he made like a shit ton of money.
Obviously,
I don't want to say 100 million, but he probably made like 50 something or something like that.
100 million. I'm kidding.
All right. Any closing arguments?
Happy birthday to Weston.
Yeah, this one went a little longer than I expected. It's 47 minutes.
Love ya. Bye.
Peace.